Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Danjo number TL-1 temporary lock. The TL1 is comprised of two components really, and then some screws. It's going to be comprised of the frame portion, it's going to be comprised of the door portion. This is what is called a temporary lock because, well, frankly, that's what it is. This is going to be something that you're going to see installed in an application where you have a construction site. However, the hollow metal frames have been installed because the flow of construction requires that frames arrive to the job site certainly earlier than doors are required. Doors and hardware would be required. Frames would be the first thing because the mason is setting, the framers are working, whatever the case is. Well, you could have an application, and here's a really common application of where you're always going to see this. A mall, a indoor shopping mall, outdoor shopping mall. You've got the frames installed, but you've got a temporary door, something that should have been slapped up to provide security and close the work area off before and after hours, obviously. You need to be able to have the frame in, the permanent frame, but you don't want to do any sort of drilling into it, modifying it to just create a temporary lock. Well, an item like this is going to suit that purpose exactly what you need. And here's what I mean. Obviously, this might be somewhat familiar to you in terms of its shape, especially if you have a hollow metal frame, because this is the same size as what would be required for the prep in a steel frame. This would be a 4 7/8 tall strike prep is what it is. But then you've got this little tab out here that's prepped with this lobe and a hole in it. You're thinking padlock, exactly. So the orientation will be, here's the frame, this is attached to the frame. Screws are provided, by the way. Then let's say that you have a door that is prepped for a lock set, a cylindrical lock. Okay, that plate there is going to be, it's going to be made for a 1 inch, 1.1 wide preparation. This will fit right in, 1.1. It's going to be 2 1/4 tall. And that is indeed the height of the edge prep in a door, wood, metal, whatever it is, prepped for a cylindrical lock. Okay, so this is attached to the frame. This is attached to the edge of the door. You've got the countersinks there that you can see. So obviously this is going to, glad it wasn't glass. The countersunk area will be away from the edge of the door or where the screws will set into. So your prep is going to look like this. Here's the frame. This is attached to the edge of the door. And when it's all closed off, it's going to look like that. So right through that area is where you can put a padlock. So when the door is opened, it will open like this and then close like that. Now looking at it from this perspective, it's going to look like this. And that gap between the two plates is basically the margin between the edge of a door and a frame. Temporary lock. If you need to bend it, knock it around, move it, modify it, whatever you're going to do, obviously. It's a well, not a throwaway piece of hardware, but it's certainly something that is intended to provide temporary security. So you could use your frame, which is going to be installed. Okay? And you could also even have the permanent door installed, but you don't want the hardware on there, the lock set, the exit device, whatever is going to be on the door. Probably wouldn't be an exit device. Because you don't want it damaged, stolen, lost, things of that nature. There you go. Gray primer, obviously made of, not obviously, but made of steel. It's going to include the 1224 flat undercut bolts, screws I should say, for the frame, and then the 832 screws that would be used here. If you've got a temporary caul wood door or any caul door, you can provide any screws that you need. Okay. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called Template that will allow you to review all of the dimensional properties of this item beyond what we've already covered. There's a link below this video as well to the manufacturer's page within our site where you can review not only all of the Danjo products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, I should say, along with a link to the full product catalog, but also on that page a link to all of the subsections of the full product catalog. Full product catalog's a bit unwieldy, meaning if you're looking for the other temporary locks from Danjo, you might want to pull up that subsection of the item and find out exactly what those other items are. They have a couple different ones, and I'm going to give you the part numbers now. And those other part numbers are the TL-1, which is the one we've gone over. There's also a TL-2, which might be very appropriate for you because it is the same frame portion, but will give you the 8-inch long in case you have a mortise pocket prep on the door. And then there's the TL3, which is a like a right angle sort of application that you would have for the unit. That would be a TL-3. And you can search that in our site as well, and there are extensive, there's a video review of it, namely, and basically gives you the ability to offset the preparation of where the bolt, a padlock would be. It allows you to kick it off the edge of the door and frame. When you see the link there, pardon me, if you were to search that part number, you would certainly find the TL-3. Okay, basically moves the point of the padlock off and over. Now, that link to the full product catalog is very handy. It will allow you to find the TL- items that I've referred to, and that material is going to be, of course, located in what is called the mounting filler plates and mounting tab section that is called out on the manufacturer's page. Their filler plates, mounting tabs, and signs would be the link to what it is. I'm partial to Danjo, not only because they have a very helpful item like this, and people don't use this for temporary lockup at construction. People put these on storage sheds as well. Very common to see them installed there. But when you look at those other subsections, if you know Danjo for a product line, you'll know about them for their latch protectors and their door reinforcing wraparound plates. But when you see the rest of those sections, you realize, oh gosh, they make a lot more than what I thought they made. Not only is that handy, because you can get a lot more than just those products you're already familiar with, but that's handy because the Danjo product line is backed by good quality products, prompt, reliable shipping lead times, and excellent customer service. If you have any questions on the Danjo TL-1 temporary lock or any other Danjo product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.